It's time for Talking Shit. Hi, I'm DeAndre. Welcome to another edition of Talking Shit. I really hope you enjoyed our last episode of the program. We had my friend Greg S. on, who is a CPA and official Republican aspite, who is a very loving friend, but I still have problems with the Republican Party. And today I want to talk about Majority Leader of the Senate, Harry Reid. I was watching Michael Moore last night on Piers Morgan's show on CNN, and I really responded well. Michael Moore and I have the same last name, and that's all I'm going to say about my last name. So he's like a real true brother, and I really respect Michael Moore. And he was going on and on about Harry Reid, and I looked around and I listened to what Mike was saying, and I tweeted, and I went ahead and wrote a letter to Senator Harry Reid, and I advise anyone to do that. You can just Google Harry Reid, and it'll come up you can go to his website, official site that he has through the Senate. And I wrote him a letter and just sort of, let him know that I don't really think he's been doing a good fucking job. I mean, this weak, sort of passive, sort of submissive kind of approach to one of the most powerful positions in the country is really sad. I mean, alarmingly so. He is saying that we're not going to bring certain gun legislation to a vote because he personally feels that he don't have the votes to pass it in this country. Can I just tell you, through the last 10 to 15 years growing up in this country, and I grew up in the projects, and the gun violence there is awful, but on a bigger, wider range of violence, to see the constant, just the plethora of gun violence and incidents in this country with guns, we need to put some sort of a harness on the ability to just get all these guns and do whatever we want with them. And I strongly am opposed to Harry Reid just sort of moving right along or business as usual with legislative things on the agenda to just sort of, push this legislation aside on the guides of what he feels is, something that's going to pass. I mean, it just seems like he wants this easy, wheezy, lemon squeezy type of approach to things that these wacky Republicans, bring up. And one of the things that Michael Moore said that I totally agree with is like, one thing you can say, and respectfully so, about the Republican Party is even though their ideas are cockamamie and wacky, they go ahead and push them through. They go ahead and use their ego and their will and their shit, and they get their shit done, and they all back each other up, as crazy as they are. Although there has been some infighting in the Republican Party. Miss Alaska with her stupid ass. Oh, this woman makes me so. I'm trying to be professional. I got on my little blazer. We got the professional mic and everything. Trying to have different guests on here. But can I just say that these people, Michelle Bachmann, Miss Alaska, these bitches are sick, man. I mean, Sarah Palin was talking a lot of shit, and it's like, bitch, you lost. People who lost like her, who didn't even make it to the end of the race, shouldn't be trying to be on TV talking all this shit, man. She lost. Bitch, you called our president a community organizer, and now he organizing this country. And it's just sad that she's retardedly behaving in a really inappropriate way. And I don't like the way she's acting. I think it's weak and sad and pathetic. So now that I'm done talking about all these weak, sad, and pathetic people, I'd like to talk about our guest tomorrow night who will be on. I'm not going to give you her name, but I'll tell you she's very funny. She'll be here. We're going to film it and put it on and have it up by this weekend. We're going to have another guest during Passover, one of my Jewish friends, who's going to talk to us about some Jewish culture and some Judeo beliefs and stuff. He's really funny and good, and I'm going to have him on. And then we also have that actor I was telling you about. And we have an episode of Talking Shit, it's time to eat. We're going to have an episode of that we're filming this week. We're going to be making them taco salads, homie. Taco salads are delicious. It's kind of like a tostada. We make this huge, big, oh my God, it's so delicious. For now, Harry Reid's an asshole, and I want to work on a petition to get him basically impeached. I mean, living in California, not in Arizona, I don't know if we can throw him out of office, but at least we can get someone else in there with a pair of balls or a nice set of tits or something to run the majority chair of the Senate. And the chair needs to be filled with someone who's not afraid to take a risk and change things for real and speak up. You know, speak up, Harry Reid. We can't hear ya. And do what we sent you there to do. Do what your colleagues want you to do. Lead. You know, Harry Reid, please lead. And really bring to the floor some true issue when it comes to this gun violence. I mean, I'll share this and be quiet. I cannot believe the pain and the fear that I felt the morning that they went ahead and announced that they shot those little children. And from what I hear, each one of the kids got 11 bullets. And Harry Reid has grandchildren. He has grandkids. How do you explain to your grandchildren that you had an opportunity to really change something for those babies that were blown away, and you decided to, you know, kind of puss out and go puss in and then not help out and get this legislation on the floor? It's crazy. You know, and I could talk about a lot of other things that Harry Reid has not stepped up to the plate to deal with. It's always this little, I don't know, it just seems like he's a weak old silly man who's a part of the overall Republican plan. I mean, this idea that we're just going to, you know, get the Tea Partiers to come up with some more selfish legislation and political manipulation and totally control the entire government and our current situation. I think it's pathetic. And I really think that Harry Reid really needs to take a hard look at what his responsibilities are as majority leader. That's all the time we have for Talking Shit. Please join me in tomorrow's episode, where we will be having a special funny ass guest tomorrow night. That's all. Bye.